Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey and I want to talk about these black writers and artists in, the comic book media entertainment that's, making a bad name for black people, to be honest. Is getting very alarming to see these black writers and black creatives in the world of media right now that are supposed to be creating things for, to be diverse or whatever and stuff like that. And a lot of their work is coming off as racist, victimhood, lazy. I'm confused on how the hell you hire black people. You claim that there's no diversity, there's never been any diversity, which there has been diversity in media, whatever, and stuff like that. But they swear it's never been in media since, I don't know, 2016. It seems like they act like black people ain't never existed in no form of entertainment at all. And it's just getting annoying between Ta-Nehisi Coates, LL McKinney, Vita Ayala, Christina Adams. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We have the opportunity to, do these amazing arts of work. And instead of doing that, you have to put your political message, your political nonsense, your bias, your racism into these stories. And at the end of the day, who is it helping? All it does is shows these companies that they don't need to put no time and effort into black people or diverse people in general, but mainly, since I'm talking about the black writers, I'm talking about black people, because I'm really getting aggravated reading these tweets, these stories, these articles with these black creatives, and they pop off and say the most dumbest shit in the world, and I'm supposed to be what? It's supposed to be inspiring? No, it's disheartening, it's harmful, and it's hurtful to keep seeing these writers and artists and creatives that are black coming in here with nonsense about how they can't stand black people, how unfair life is, or whatever. Which, how are you going to say how unfair life is when you're in a position to create amazing pieces of artwork, could create amazing pieces of work that people can buy, that is going in your pocket? You get what I'm saying? How are you oppressed? You're at companies that's literally letting you call your fan base, half your fan base, racist, trolls, homophobes, sexist, all of that nonsense. How are you being oppressed at this point? You're not helping anything. I'm getting really aggravated seeing this stuff. It's already bad enough when we get it from the white creators, but to see a person of color stoop so low and create the same rhetoric with them, because they have to have the same thought, is disappointing, because all they're going to do is only hire you to write just black, draw just black characters, do stories revolving around black people only. They're never going to see you as anything but black. Don't you find that disturbing? Don't you find that weird that you're agreeing to being seen as nothing but your skin color other than your talent? Because if they were going off your talent and your merits, most of you guys wouldn't even be there. And most of you don't deserve to be there because of the bull crap that you guys, got going on. I don't understand how many times I'm going to hear one of these black creative writers talking about how much they can't stand white people or how unfair the world is or whatever and junk like that. I'm sorry, you're not in a position to speak on that. You have it better than the average white person, to be honest. If you're in a position where you're able to write for a living, create for a living, draw for a living, and you're making good money, you're doing better than most of the populace of America. So to come up here and be like, oh, I'm gonna let politics in the real world affect my writing or affect my work doesn't help. All it does is show them how not talented you are. Because if you were really talented, you would just give us good stories that just happen to have black characters. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But no, you got to focus on the fact that the characters are, a minority. And then you give minority trash stories. And that's the sad fact right there, is that you're not even trying to do anything with them. They give you an opportunity to do something and you give half-ass stuff. And then when people criticize you, you want to be like, oh, it's all white people. No, well, I'm here to tell you, I'm not white. I don't like half the crap none of y'all released out into the media. Cut the crap out, to be honest. It's annoying as hell to keep going through the same nonsense. And all they do is shelf all of these black characters that you're supposed to be working on because you don't do anything with these black characters. You have opportunities to tell epic stories or draw amazing pictures of these characters, and you give me childish stuff. You give me the same nonsense of white people bad, black people good, woe is me, victimhood, racism, Black Lives Matter. Okay, and can you do something more? Why is the 1990s more progressive and more inclusion than 2021? I don't know how many times I'm going to say this, but this racist bull crap needs to stop. It needs to stop, because if you don't stop, it's going to keep festering. It's going to keep growing. And what's happening is you're pushing people away. All people see is how much of a joke black people is, because of the black people that are in the media doing all of these crazy outspoken moments. And they're not really there for black people, because if they were, they would have did something amazing. And if the editors are standing in your way of doing an amazing story, and I'm talking about an amazing story that doesn't have anything to do with the character's race or Black Lives Matter or any of that crazy stuff. If your editor is standing in your way, guess what? You might not need to be there or whatever, or you might need to figure out another way of sneaking in on an epic story or something like that. But you got to do better. You can't let the worst of humanity, fester in your heart to the point where you have to literally demand or dictate the racism that's going on in the world. And that's weird, to be honest. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff, because we're supposed to be better than this. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. We can't keep dishing out the same nonsense that was dished out 40, 50 years ago. Time has changed, and we have to get over it. I don't know what's going on with half of y'all, but y'all got to get over it. I want good stories, good creative stuff, and good art from you guys, because I know you guys can do better than this. And you should do better than this. Don't let them turn you into a joke or a fluke or nothing but a token hired. Don't be that. Be better. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.